All right, this is my latest. So today, this is Scott Garibay. Today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and we're going to talk about Yahtzee. We're going to talk about Dice Towers, and we're going to unbox my latest Dungeons and Dragons acquisition. So I acquired this element of Dungeons and Dragons, which connects it to in my humble opinion, it connects it to every single Yahtzee world that's ever been created. And I think you'd be surprised how many Yahtzee worlds exist. So let's unbox this together. Let's take a look. So this is the first time I've been able to really kind of dig into this, and so let's experience the joy of seeing this for the first time together. All right. So here we go. All right, do some unboxing here. Oh, you know what? So you can see what's on the back there. All right. Boy, do I love that fat, dragon, fat red ampersand. That is so fantastic. I absolutely love that. This is two things. It is both it is a Dungeons and Dragons dice tower, but it's also a fully functioning Yahtzee game. And in addition to that, it's a key to every single Yahtzee world to connect them, roll, right to your Dungeons and Dragons worlds as well, in my humble opinion. All right, so that's all the sides and the facings of the box itself. Let's see what's inside. All right, so we're experiencing this for the first time together. I've not unboxed this previously. So, and I've never really seen, I didn't even, a month ago, I didn't even know this product existed. So I'm very excited about this. All right, so let's see what's inside. So one, this is actually this right here is, that is a Dungeons and Dragons pencil right there. That's what a Dungeons and Dragons pencil looks like. That's pretty awesome, right? And then let's go ahead and just kind of get this the rest of the way open there. All right. There we go. Okay. So we could pop. Okay. So actually what you're getting is this dice tower. Okay. And then these dice. So I'm going to pull that off. Give me a minute here. And we'll look, actually let's look at the dice tower real quick first. Okay. So actually this thing is stunning. It is just so amazingly beautiful. And I think, honestly, I'll say right now, this is the best representation I have ever seen of the Dungeons and Dragons ampersand, which has become their symbol, and it was brilliant, right? You have dungeons, you have ampersand, you have dragons, absolutely brilliant. To tell you how much I love Dungeons and Dragons, this is now my Dungeons and Dragons rubber band, right? So this is going to go in a special place. It'll be reserved for a special purpose, right? Yeah. Right? You take a thing, right? Rubber band shouldn't be special, right? But if you rub it up against Dungeons and Dragons, it becomes special. All right, there you go. All right, so this is very cool, and we'll try this out as soon as I have the dice out, right? So I'll put this here, and then I'm gonna get those dice out. Thanks for your patience. I know I have not done a ton of unboxings before, but I think I will start to do more because essentially one of the great things about tangible campaign composition, I'm one of the pioneers of it. Here we go. There we go. Okay. All right. And actually, we'll take this out and we'll start to take a look at these. So let's look at one of these dice. So this dice has a red. That's a dragon on the one. Let's see what's on the two. On the two, that's a very cute owlbear. Oh, look at that owlbear. He is so cute. And then that's number 3. Ooh, you know what that is? That is a gelatinous cube. What? All right, and then 4, that is a mimic. And 5, very, very special. That is a beholder, right? I'm sorry. That's on the 6. Sorry. Let me find the 5 here. Getting ahead of myself. There's a 5. That's an illithid, also known as a mind flayer. Okay? And then on the 6, why the heck you got a let's see what is actually on the 6. Oh yeah, that does deserve to be the 6. So the 6 is. Why would you put the beholder on the 6 rather than the red dragon? Isn't the red dragon far more powerful, far more important? Actually, red dragons, you can find them up in any bog standard fantasy. Beholders are pure Dungeons and Dragons, and you will not find them in any other intellectual property, which I think is just beautiful. I love that, right? So basically, now we have these 5 Dungeons and Dragons dice, right? We'll put put the dice tower right here. And 4 of those have gone in, and I'll re-roll that last one. Okay. All right, so what did we get? We got a mimic, a beholder, a gelatinous cube, another gelatinous cube, and so, yeah. So basically, you have 3 of these. Which is excellent, and 3 of these gelatinous cubes, and you have all of these guys, and basically, this is what's interesting about this is this actually is a really awesome functional. This is a really awesome functional dice tower, but it does have, oh yeah, I forgot to show you these. So this is, and I'll tear one of these off so you can see it. This is the very traditional, it's been seen in every Yahtzee set, right? So you can actually use this to play actual Yahtzee, which is pretty amazing. Dungeons & Dragons Yahtzee, right? And that's awesome. I love that. And then in addition to that, it has Yahtzee, Dungeons & Dragons Dice Tower, and basically it tells you all about how to use the product and what's special about it. What I'm really excited about is, one, when I go to any game now, I can just bring this, and this will be my dice tower. And then the other thing is, how are these used mechanically in the game, right? So what happens if you write something on your character sheet with this Dungeons & Dragons pencil? Is that, of course, the player character should get some advantage for that, right? What happens if instead of using a bog standard D6, one of your player characters uses one of these? What mechanical benefit do they get? And what mechanical benefit do they get for every dice, whether it's these dice or another dice that's rolled in an official dice tower? Well, that answer is up to me, and that answer is up to you. Because page 4 of the Dungeon Master Guide says the rules aren't in charge, you're in charge, right? And Dungeons & Dragons doesn't just invite us to change the rules, it demands it, right? Like playing Dungeons & Dragons. So when you play Dungeons & Dragons, when it comes to the rules, you could change one rule, or you could change 99% of the rules. What you can't do is you can't not change any of the rules, and you can't change every rule. Because at that point, if you're playing, Dungeons & Dragons, it tells every Dungeon Master, hey, get to work, change this. We want this to be yours, right? And no 2 Dungeons & Dragons games should ever be the same, because no 2 Dungeon Masters are the same, right? So you could change any rule you want in Dungeons & Dragons. The only thing you can't do is you can't not change a single rule, and you can't change every rule. Because the moment you don't change any rules, you're really not running Dungeons & Dragons. And the moment you change every rule, you're no longer playing Dungeons & Dragons. So this is incredibly useful, and I'm really excited about it. Thank you for letting me share this with you. Have you purchased this? What would you do for the mechanical benefits for the dice tower, for the dice, and for the pencil? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing. Have a wonderful millennium.